上進生活係由 Happy Wednesday 特約贊助播出。
嗱，喺我身邊嘅咧就係上水雙魚河鄉村會所嘅專業獸醫 Dr. Low 啦。Hello, Dr. Low.
Hello, Jenny.
Can you introduce to us the horses here? What are their daily lives about?
The horses here, their daily lives, they're all retired horses from the Jockey Club, from flat racing, or imported ponies or horses that are ridden, imported for show jumping or dressage, or there's one polo pony here, but mainly for the riding school we have ponies for kids. 80% of the horses are retired racehorses from Sha Tin, and they've finished their racing career and they've had time here to be retrained, and they're in the riding school, or people have them as liveries, as pets here, and ride them as well.
When will they wake up or when will they eat?
It's a little bit different to the Sha Tin racehorses. The racehorses in Sha Tin would start at 5 in the morning and they go out and track and work very early in the morning and finish early. Here the horses get to sleep in their retirement, so they normally start exercise between 7 and 8. They get fed at 7 in the morning, and then most of the riders, depending on their routine, will start at 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and some riders will ride in the evenings here about 6 or 7 at night. But it's a totally different routine than the racehorses, which start very early and finish early.
So they're being very active during the daytime, right?
Yeah, they're mainly active daytime. They sleep like us at night time. Most of them will lie down in their stables and sleep at night, but they do wake up and like to exercise during the day.
What do they usually eat?
All of them are eating hay. They start on hay, and depending on how much energy they need and how much work they do, then we add in what we call hard feed. So there's a certain amount of hard feed that some of them need. Some, like people, eat a lot and stay skinny, and some people eat a little bit and get really fat, and ponies and horses are like that as well. But they always get hay because they like to eat hay because they're used to eating grass all the time in the natural environment.
So what kind of hay? Is it very good quality?
Yeah, we import all our hay from the United States.
Wow, so that would cost a lot, right?
It's fairly expensive, yeah, and it comes on ships, and the bales are twice as heavy as they are anywhere else because they squeeze it in to make it more cost efficient.
I know that horses love carrots, right?
Yep.
So how often will they have it?
Well, it depends on how often, it's like your puppy, how often do you give your dog treats? If they've been very good and they've had a
It's
big
a treat,
ride,
right?
It's a treat, yeah. It's a treat like apples, they're like carrots, and it's more of a treat. It's not really for nutrition. Their basic nutrition is the hay plus like vitamins we give in the hard feed, which is a compound feed especially made for horses here in Hong Kong.
So when will you guys feed them with carrots?
When would you feed them carrots?
Yeah.
Well, after they've been good, like a treat. So if after you're riding, you give them a carrot, or after they've been brushed and you feel like giving them a treat, then you give them a treat like that. But you wouldn't give them treats like you wouldn't give kids candy all the time. It's only when they've been very good.
Dr. Low, I would like to ask the difference of the horses here and the horses in the race course.
The horses here are generally older because they've obviously had a race career already, and they're generally a very nice temperament, so they have a different lifestyle, doing much less strenuous exercise. We don't have to do anything at speed, so they will do some jumping, some dressage. People learn to ride on them, so most of them are, on the weekend they do much more exercise, so it's a much less pressured environment than compared to, say, Sha Tin.
So that would be much laid back, right?
Yeah, they get much more. It's retirement, so they don't have to work as hard here. Here they get to go out into the golf course, they can go out into the grass, they can go out to the sand, and they can do jumps. So there's a lot of different things for them to do here compared to, say, a normal race course.
Are there some horses who are very lazy?
Well, there are, I guess, but that means that if they're very quiet and they're good for, say, young, inexperienced riders, then people can ride them without much experience because they're very easygoing. The ones that are very forward and like to jump, then we would hopefully push them onto a different career, outside the riding school, maybe onto, maybe the Olympics or eventing or show jumping that way.
So, Dr. Low, can you tell us about the schedule every day?
The schedule for the vets or for the horses?
For you.
Oh, for us, okay. In the mornings, generally, first thing I'll do in the mornings is check all the horses that are sick. So we'll treat all the horses that are sick first. And then throughout the day, we'll then check horses that are then coming in with small injuries, they've had a cut, they're a bit lame. Obviously, the ones with temperatures we were talking about earlier, the ones that have temperatures, we'll do them first as well. So then in the rest of the day, we'll visit all the other riding schools and then treat them as well.
So mainly the body temperature. Anything else?
Well, it depends on what the horses are doing. So certain horses have different problems. For instance, some horses that are lame, we'll see them during the day, but other horses that have a cough, then we might not see them till the
So
the
they
last
will
day.
have special checkups according to their history.
Sure. Yep. Horses won't voluntarily take tablets. We have to normally give them injections, so they'll get injections for the medication, which is slightly different to people.
Most of the horses here are male.
Most of them are male. Most of them are what we call geldings, so they've been desexed. We can go in and have a look. They're very, very cute.
Okay.
Oh, Baba. Hello. They're expecting treats. You can come in. So the same as the thoroughbred you saw before. This one's got a little whirl. You can see that there. And they have little markings on the side as well, so you can see it.
They just look a little bit different from the horses that we've seen before.
Yeah, they're obviously a lot smaller, but they're not like the thoroughbreds are really. They're really made to race, but these guys aren't.
So, how old are they?
I think that they're slightly older, these ones. They're nearly 20 years old, I think. They only get as big as this, and when they're only born, they're about this big, but they only grow as tall as this. So.
Thank you, Dr. Lo, for sharing. 咁我哋同 Dr. Lo 傾完偈之後咧，就不如行入去馬房度，真係同啲馬相處下啦。